Sup, fam? What up? So, I took an exam today. It's called the SIE. For short, it's short for Securities Industry Essential Exam. And I'm messing up the pluralization on that, but Securities Industry Essentials Exam. Anyway, it's finance stuff. Securities is like stocks and bonds and mutual funds and annuities, and the only thing I give a crap about is stocks. But I just had to spend the majority of the time learning all the other crap just to pass this thing. The thing's only like 15% stocks, but whatever. You gotta put up with the BS to get to the good shit, right? You gotta sift through all the BS woman to get to the good woman. You gotta sift through the BS restaurants to get to the good one. Just kidding. You got Google reviews, you go straight to the good restaurant, my dog. But back in the day, for Google review, you gotta go and try all the shitty ass restaurants around town before you find the good one. Anyway, well, I pause here. It's not a pregnant pause. It's not a purposeful pause. It's a, what the heck am I going to talk to you about right now? Well, it's a lot of things, but I suppose I want to talk to you just slightly about the discipline of finishing what you started. It feels worth it. Even if I don't use this SIE exam passing grade to land myself a finance job, I don't know if I will or I won't. I feel better now knowing that I have this in my back pocket, and if I ever get banned with DoorDash, I'm always worried they're gonna find some reason to ban me because I don't take many orders. I take like between 1% to 4% of the orders that they send me, because that's the only ones we're taking. And yeah, I don't think they like that because they want me to take all the crappy orders. But anyway, I get anxious that they'll ban me sometimes. But that's you know, honestly, a more important topic is like dealing with stress. I'm gonna just be honest with you, guys, right now. I have not been good at dealing with stress since I moved out on my own. Like, I feel this extra pressure. It's like I gotta figure this out, man. I'm out on my own. I got no one. You know, I mean, I got some friends and stuff, but none of my friends are as close as I would like them to be. I'm grateful for the friends I do have, though, and it's not like they're like super distant or nothing. But it's like they're like 65% as close as I would like. That's about right. Anyway, and then my parents are in a different state. I ain't got that much family. That being said, I did visit my uncle today, which was cool. Good old Uncle David. He's a good-hearted man, and I love him. Anyway, that doesn't do any good for you because you don't know who Uncle David is, but I've been getting this stress. I got a headache right now. I just drove through the mountains. I don't know if any of y'all ever made this drive between Orange County and Riverside County, specifically like Mission Viejo to Temecula. It's like going through these mountains, dude, and you're just winding and winding and winding and winding, and you got cars on your ass like that want to hurry up, and it's like, oh man, this is intense. Anyway, tangents on tangents on tangents on tangents. Maybe that should be my intro. Tangents on tangents on tangents on tangents. Maybe the title of this video. Nah, it's a shitty title. However true it may be. But back to the initial thing, the follow through, finishing what you started. So a year ago, I took the SIE exam, and I needed a 70% correct to pass, and I got a 69. And I shit you not. And if any of you want the proof, I'll freaking comment below. I'll freaking make an unlisted. Well, no. How am I gonna send it to you? Okay. If you want the proof, if one person comments below they want that proof, I'll freaking upload a singular video. Yeah, it'll be funny too, because I'm gonna point at it, because I can go on the history as long as they didn't update it with my passing score and get rid of the old one. I think I have a picture of it saved anyway, but But I'll make a video as long as they still have that up there. And, well, I'll have to make a video either way. And I'll show you the 69 out of 100. Needed one more point, but I did not pass. There ain't no rounding up. Those freaking high school teachers who freaking round up y'all's grades. Y'all have any of that rounded up? Like, oh, you got a 79.6? We'll give you a B. In real life, dog. In real life, they don't give a bleep. I cuss sometimes, but I caught myself there just for the heck of it. I don't know why I cuss randomly. Anyway, so anyway, the follow through, man, it feels good because it's like I freaking did it, dude. Even though that test was BS, that test was like massive amounts of BS. So many questions that just unnecessarily difficult. And just tests like this in general, the way they test this stuff, it's like, dude, I could just Google any of this and get the answer. And it's like more and more tests are becoming open book. And I see the reasoning for that, but also it's like I think it's like a lose-lose. No matter how they do the test, it's like there's problems on both sides, but that's another debate for another day. But I honestly was not sure I was going to pass, and I pressed finish, and I pressed continue, waiting, pass. I was in the silent test room with all those other people, and I was fist pumping. I was like, yeah! But I didn't make any noise, but I did that. Something like that. It wasn't quite so gay as the motion I just did. It was cooler. Like, it was like 2 or 3 solid. Yeah, it was like that. It was like almost, it was like head bangs. I was like, yeah! Anyway, enough of that, dude. Oh, headache, man. So, the follow through, it's worth it. Just follow through and freaking do it. Even if halfway through you're like, screw this thing, man. Like, I don't even want to do this anymore. Probably do it anyway. Okay? Okay? If you have a really, 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 really good reason why you should quit, if it's truly bad, like it's truly hurting you in some terrible way, then fine. But even if you still think it's a waste of time, even if you you don't see the purpose, you don't think you're going to use the thing, like, you know, as far as a test kind of thing, certification, just apply it to whatever is in your life, you know, but just finish it through and get to a checkpoint to where you can then be like, I did this, even though it sucked. And you can come up with a bunch of reasons and excuses why it sucks, even if they're really good reasons, which I think I had on this. Like, I was like, this is BS, and I'm probably not even going to work in finance. And this test they make it unnecessarily tricky. They try to trick you on every question. It's like, bruh, I know what I need to know already, man. I studied for like 60 hours this to go around, and I studied for like 40 hours the previous time. I'm not supposed to have to study so much for this, but anyway, I'm just, I'm saying this to vent, but actually really more to try to like say it so that you can somewhat relate, even though you probably aren't studying for the SIE. It'd be sick if you are, but whatever it is, I'm sure you have your BS things, your things that are just so annoying and so, yeah, unnecessary in it, you know, unnecessary, and you know, stuff that you're just like, man, but it feels good to finish it, and pass. So keep going on what you're doing, man. I mean, just get to the checkpoint. If you're like me, where this is for people, this is advice for people that are similar to me, because I'm learning things about myself, and this can help people that, you know, basically get real passionate about something to start with, get real excited, tell their friends, I'm working on this. It's been a few days now, or I just started, or a few weeks, couple weeks, and then a little more time passes. And then you're like, man, I learned more. I don't want to do this anymore. It doesn't make sense. I have a better idea, and jump to the next idea. I've been jumping next ideas for years, man. And a lot of times I don't have much to show for it. I do have some things to show for it, some experience, some things I've learned for sure, and everything I've done. But getting these sort of like certifications kind of thing, passing an exam that you can show on a resume, like more concrete stuff. Like right before this, I got a certification for JavaScript algorithms and data structures from Free Code Camp. That was the hardest thing I ever done in my life. But I have something to show for that dang time I put in. Even though halfway I was like, I don't think I want to work in this field. I don't want to just spend 12 hours a day, freaking 8 days a week, on the dang computer solving this. This is like, I don't think this is for me, but I've already put so much work into it, dude. I'm going to get this thing certification. So I got the certification, and I passed this SIE test, and now I'm on the next stage of my life. And I'll go into more detail later. This video is already 10 minutes. I know y'all on TikTok got the attention span of a dang rabid mosquito. But, yeah, man. No offense to rabid mosquitoes, but full offense to you. I'm just kidding. There was the time I watched YouTube shorts. I don't know, every 3 days I might click on 1 or 2 shorts before I stop myself. But before, I could scroll 50, 100. Sometimes it would just be 2 or 3 hours of scrolling or something. Usually not that much. Up to like 2 hours at most. But yeah, I got rid of that, dude. Anyway, now a little bit about the stress, man. If y'all have any advice for me, dude, I just I have just been using the full mental power and then worrying and I've had a lot of good reasons, dude. Tesla texted me today and they're like, yo, you got to get your financing in the next 2 days. And that's it. Otherwise, we can't hold the vehicle for you. That's the gist of what they're saying. And I've already paid $2,500 down, so I'll lose $2,500 if I don't get this. So I rush to the bank after my exam, and I'm like, hey, how much for this personal loan? And the personal loan rates are higher than auto loan rates, and I'm gonna get this dang personal loan probably. But then the personal loan, it didn't approve fully. It said credit is green check, but then it says still pending, and the guy's like, oh, I'll call you in the morning, and blah blah blah, and I'm like. And then I gotta meet my uncle, and my uncle's having to wait for me because I was supposed to meet him before that. And there's a lot of things piling, on. And it's been a struggle. And so I would just love to know how y'all deal if you have these sort of things where you just have thing on thing on thing on thing. And this is an especially stressful time in my life, so perhaps it will just get better just as I get to a lull in the stressful. But I would like to just be able to handle periods of time like this better than I have been because it's been rough. So on this, I don't have advice yet for you because I'm just struggling with this. And so I would love some advice if you have something to give me. Don't be shy. Even if you're not sure if it'll help, shoot a shot with it, man. In the comments below. The things we learn from other YouTubers, right? It's like and subscribe. By the way, you don't have to do that. Just that's the thing. I never want to say that because I'm just like, if you want to, you can do that. But I was just making fun of the people that say that. Or in the comments below. Now that I have taken and I say that often because I really want to interact with y'all. I truly, genuinely want to interact. It's cool as hell. I like it. When y'all talk that one dude. I can see his kind of picture. It's almost like a Ken doll kind of thing or something. He's a cool dude, and he comments, and I appreciate his comments, and there's other people too, but anyway, I'm really tired. It's freaking 10:40. I gotta take a shower. Crap. All right. We have a schedule. I can't take a shower after 11 p.m. at this house. Anyway, there was something else I want to talk about, but I guess we'll leave it there for now. Crap, man. What was it? Well, no fap day 19ish. Freaking making progress, man. It's true what they say about the girls looking at you, man. It's not like it's been happening like crazy, but it has been noticeably more than before, which was almost nothing when I wasn't constantly relapse. Now, in past periods of time, a year, 2 years ago, when I was doing NoFap, I had this happen then as well. But it's true. I stare ahead. I stop staring at them so much, and they start staring at me more. Isn't that cool how that works? If you aren't on NoFap right now, if you're struggling or whatever, then freaking give it a shot, man. Because it's not just being on it, although there is an energy you put out that is grabbed. And I'm really, honestly, anti-woo-woo, and I'm very skeptical in life about so many things. But I am beginning to accept there is a sort of energy thing. And I'm okay with the science being behind it too and stuff. It's just like the the kind of seemingly invisible stuff, like the how chicks sync up periods when they live together. That shit is mind blowing, right? But there's actually a hormone that excretes from the alpha female of who lives together, and the alpha female is determined by who has the most testosterone as a female, and then all the other chicks fall in line and sync up with her, and it's due to the like in 10,000 couple of years ago. Damn, I guess my roommate's about to leave, but 10,000 couple of years ago, the freaking the dude would have to like procreate with like multiple chicks, and like the first one he'd procreate with would be like the alpha female, and then he'd do the other ones, but he had to do it like 4 or 5 or 6 before he went off on some crazy journey, because like he wants to ensure that at least one of the women he procreates with actually survives and has the kid. Basically something like that. Anyway, dude, we made it way too long. 15 minutes? Alright. But anyway, so it is what it is, huh? Why did I say that? Yeah, the energy shit. So you put out the energy when you're on NoFap, and more than that, or additional to that, it's like I stare straight ahead. I'm like about my own thing, and it just makes you kind of smile, like inwardly mostly, to be like, these chicks are looking at me, and it's like, all right. And it's not like, dude, it's not like the 10s are looking at me. It's not like the 9s are looking at me. Even an 8, dude, if an 8 was like really staring me down, if I really took notice, like, I mean, I might have to talk to that woman, because I'd marry an 8. But maybe that's my intro for these. It's a weird intro. Tangents on tangents on tangents on tangents. I'd marry an 8. No, okay, it doesn't work. I'm just trying to figure out my catchphrase is, man. But bear with me on that. But anyway, so but yeah, I'm talking like 5, 6s, maybe a 4 is thrown in there or whatever. But it's like I just know how it works. The further I go on this journey, stay sober in this aspect, stay on the streak, even though I can call it a streak. It's a lifetime streak for me. I'm never gonna watch porn or masturbate again. I'm just not gonna. I'm sick of being stuck in that. So I've just decided to take it out of my life, and the pain that comes with it. Bring it on, man. But I know as I go further, and I stay true to myself and like push myself harder as I go further, I become that better man. The better level chicks start staring, dog. And at some point comes along, me and one of the chicks we're gonna make eye contact, and something's gonna happen, man, at some point, probably. And if it doesn't, if I go the rest of my life and I never date another girl again, never kiss another girl, never have sex again, I'm still so happy to be alive, man. Because when you're on this journey, I said it in a recent video, but I'm gonna say it again. This journey forces you to go to war with yourself. And the reward being, you get to enjoy life with joy and cool shit. But every 2 or 3 days, maybe every 4 or 5, maybe more frequent, whatever the range is, every so often, you're going to have to go at war with yourself. And you're going to need to keep going and just not give in no matter what. Don't give them an inch. That's the thing. Remember that, dude. I remember I was on like YouTube somewhat recently. I don't know, what was it? Some sort of something where it was like, it caught me like where I was clicking, just the monkey brain. It was like some sexy girl something. I was like clicking, and then I was like, oh, it was like something I could have enlarged. Yeah, I was like, I was looking up this girl because I was like curious, whatever. Maybe part of the monkey brain was also making me want to look up it, but I was also curious for something. And then I saw like a real sexy picture with her, right? And I was like about to like, ooh, let me enlarge this. And then I was like, because it's just the tiny thing. And I was like, if I click this, is it gonna become easier or more difficult for me, mentally with the war with myself? And I was like, I've done this like about a few 100,000 times now. I know for sure it's going to get more difficult. So let's just not enlarge that picture. And it was tough for that moment. It was tough. 5, 10, 15 seconds later, after I flicked that page away, didn't enlarge it, maybe it was 20 seconds later, it was real soon, I was off thinking about the next thing, work on the next thing. And then I looked back a few minutes later and I was like, dude, that was so huge that you just got past that. And that you just didn't let it get to the next stage. So that's the thing. You know, don't let it get to the next stage. Just cut it off as soon as you can. And I said it in a different way before I got into this tangent, but I'm forgetting how I said it. But what you can scroll back in the video how I said it then, you probably remember. Got a bit of the goldfish brain. I'm extremely tired right now. It's been a long day. I just drove through the mountains 2 times, took a big test, hung out with the David, I got this huge donut order for DoorDash. We were doing DoorDash together and splitting the profits, and 5 boxes of a dozen donuts each. And then as soon as I picked up the order, the guy canceled it. And it was like, what the hell do we do with these donuts? So we went and gave it out to people because I don't eat sugar, dog. I was like, if these were steaks, dog, I'm taking these steaks home. But it's donuts. Shit's poison, dog. And I'm sorry if you eat donuts. I'm really sorry, but that shit's bad for your teeth, dog. That shit's so bad for your teeth. But anyway. Okay. I appreciate you listening. You're probably the only person that got to the end here. That's a little bit probably not true. But you're probably like one of like 3 or 5 at this point. You know. But I'm gonna keep being consistent. That's my thing. I'm enjoying making the videos, man. That's another thing, man. I'm gonna keep making videos. I'm just gonna keep making them often. So I'm gonna get better at it. I appreciate y'all listening. I really hope you have a good rest of your day. If you wanna give me advice on something, if you wanna try to get some advice from me, comment below. I'm gonna do the best I can, and I'm gonna be honest with you if I think I can help with the advice. It's for the charge of $0.0 and cents. I just want to connect. Yeah, man. That's what it's all about. All right. I'm going to close it off. 22 minutes. What have I done, dog? What did I say? 10 minutes? Oh, I'm going to wrap it up soon. God. All right. Good night.